So we'll have a little look at accessing Just Ask today. So this feature is going to be available in your license. You'll see in the blue bar at the side, this little icon here. You would click on it and you get the search panel here. At the top, you'll have some examples you can click on and have a look at, but you would move to the bottom here to this little bar to ask you questions. So we've got a few sort of examples of the types of things that you can search for in the platform. And it's just a matter of going into the box at the bottom and typing in. So for example, if we want to look at commercial projects that are in Cheshire, show me commercial projects in Cheshire. Click enter, and then it will think about that and it will give you the results there in the panel and it will load projects. So there's 271 commercial projects in Cheshire. You may want to refine it further so you can keep asking questions on top of this. So if I want to look at projects that are starting in the next 6 months, again, just click enter and that will overlay that on top of it. And there were 271, there's now 70. You might also think, right, well, I'm also interested in industrial as well. So I could add into that. Also show me industrial. And then the 70 commercial projects in Cheshire will now come back and it's going to show you the commercial and the industrial projects in Cheshire that are going to start in the next 6 months. And you can see there's now 174. So you can keep overlaying, your searches on top of each other. If you want to start a new search now, so say I want to search for something different, you need to click at the bottom there, start new search. And whenever you click that, it wipes those filters off and you're starting a new search. So another example here, show me projects in London with basements. So in London with basements, click enter and it'll bring the results. And again, add whatever refinement you need on top of that. So show me projects not started on site, if you just wanted to see the ones before they actually go on. And again, adds the refinement on, gives you your list of projects that match, and it tells you in the statement exactly what you're seeing. So we'll start another new search. Let's have another look at residential projects that are over a certain number of units. So show me residential projects over 250 units and say in the Northwest. So you don't always have to keep refining. You can just put one question in with lots of, different things to search. And now instead of me doing that in 3 goes, it's showing me the residential projects that are over 250 units in the Northwest. So also with these searches, so these are just sort of basic project searches at the minute. You might want to see projects where a certain role has been added. So you've got show me projects with a contractor appointed that are live on site. Okay, so all of those projects there have a contractor on and they're currently on site. You could add a refinement in, so show me these projects, only the ones in Scotland. And now we've added a location in as well. So on top of that, you can see just the Scottish projects that match. So let's start a new search. So at the minute, we've just done project searches. So it's just bringing back lists of projects. You can also search for lists of companies as well. So if we have a little look for contractors that are working on healthcare projects that are currently live. So show me contractors that are working on healthcare projects that are live on site. And this time, instead of having a list of projects that match, This is going to give you those main contractors that have got healthcare projects with currently live projects. You can search for sort of any role on here. So you could look for clients, architects, consultants. So if we have a look at some architects here, so show me architects on planning approval projects that have not started. So obviously, if you're looking at companies like architects, you might want to filter, for the timings on that as well. So when I click that, we've got your architects there on the planning approved projects that haven't gone onto site. You can add other refinements on top of this one. So I might only be interested in where we've got education projects. If I just put in education projects, and now we've just got the architect list with education, planning approval, with the projects that have not started. And it'll just update the list and give you the little phrase of what to search for. So let's clear that off. Also, as well as searching the roles, you can search for specific company names. So you could put in something like, show me Balfour Beatty offices where they're the contractor. Okay, so show me Balfour Beatty offices where they're the contractor. And now this is going to be a much smaller list, so the 22 offices of Balfour Beatty there. Again, you can add on top of that location, sector they work in, so where they have worked in the industrial sector. Okay. And now those 22 offices have come right down to just 2 offices there that have industrial projects. And you can see this Balfour Beatty office have 3 industrial projects. This one has 1. So the way that you search in this bar determines what you see, the language that you use, whether you say show me projects, show me companies. If I do that same search here, but I word it slightly different, show me projects that Balfour Beatty are the contractor on in the industrial sector. And now when I enter, this is going to show you the projects rather than the offices. So this should bring back now the 4 projects they're the contractor on in the industrial sector. So there's lots of different ways you can use the search bar there, and what language you use determines whether you get project lists, company lists. So I hope that gave you a little bit more of an insight into how you can use the platform.
Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to learn more about the Barber ABI platform, don't forget to check out the full training room playlist available via the help button on the platform and on the My Barber ABI page of our website. If you'd like to book onto one of our training sessions or receive your own bespoke training, just get in touch. Have a great day.